Hey everybody, how you doing? Welcome to summer. July is over, August has begun, and we've got some scores for you. Thank you very much for your patience. We had Ben and Bryce come screeching around the corner to get here, so thank you very much, guys. I appreciate you. Ben and Bryce come screeching. Oh, goodness gracious, we got to get rid of that. My apologies. So, Christopher, you. Oh, goodness gracious, we got to get rid of that. My apologies.
Oh.
Who needs to mute?
For you. Goodness gracious, we got to get rid of that. I think I'm going to leave the studio. I will be right back.
All sorts of echo going on.
Someone's got the YouTube going on at the same time.
Oh man, Chris, you have the pirate map in the background.
I have the pirate map.
That is amazing.
I said I would hang it up for the team, so
good call.
It shows how big it is too. It's two bookshelves, almost two bookshelves.
Oh, that is awesome. Anyone enjoying a read in particular right now?
I started back up because I'd taken a big long break. Liza Locklamora, so it's started
Nice.
It's so amazing. I already read it, so it's just a reread, but it's so good. It's like it brought me back. It's so good.
I read the first one years ago, and I don't know. I don't think the second one was out when I read the first, but yeah, it's a series I want to get back to.
Yeah, that's where I was just like, okay, maybe this will be. I'll finally finish the rest that are out because I love that. This first one's just so good.
Yeah, I need to finish that series.
Yeah, just a good con. I don't know. I heard quality kind of drops a little bit, but I don't know. I'm one that I compare not necessarily like a book in the series to the rest of the series, but also to all books, right? And I feel like a lot of people get stuck in this just comparing to the rest of the series, like Feast for Crows, for instance. Song of Ice and Fire, generally known as the worst, right? But it's like, but you still comparing to like all other books, it's pretty good. It's
good. It's still good. Yeah.
That being said, I liked Red Seas Under Its Skies much more than Lies.
See, I heard really good things.
I love seafaring, fantasy, nautical stuff. That's my jam. So I was definitely predisposed to loving that.
I think I'm gonna really like Red Seas.
Oh yeah. Stephanie, what you reading?
I started Blood of Dragons by Robin Hobb. It's book 4 in Rain Wilds. I'm very excited.
Oh, yeah.
Her titles are so generic that like I haven't read Rain Wilds yet, so I don't like have those titles imprinted on my brain, and that is like the most generic fantasy title I have ever heard.
So much is going on.
She started to just pull out the same word. I felt like mixing them up, like fool, assassin, fate, and just like taking the same words to make the same combinations of stuff as she was going along.
Assassin,
there he is.
Fate.
Right.
I'm going to talk now. Oh, good, and it doesn't come back. Okay, so I had every single application on my computer shut down, and I could still hear the live chat going on. There was Chrome was shut down, Discord was shut down. It was like, I have no idea where this is coming from.
Oh, we shouldn't have said all those mean things, I guess.
Have you guys already talked about Christopher's map?
Yeah.
Yes. It's awesome.
Just the coolest thing ever. So I wanted to ask you guys, so, I mean, we kind of joked about it last week, is that the TBR just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So, like, coming out of this, and I want to say, I read Fred the Vampire Accountant on August 1st, and then Ben, I started Elder Race on August 2nd, because Fred is so short, and delighted that I'm reading both of them. Right?
Ooh.
Fred is like the best palate cleanser of all time. It's just like, oh, look, a mint. Yes. Okay, now what? So what do you guys, because of all the people that have been talking about all the books that they've been enjoying, what have you added on to your list to read soon?
Oh man, definitely the crew. What the author's name?
Sadir
Sadir.
Samir.
Sadir S. Samir. Yeah.
S. Samir. Yeah, definitely the crew. So many people were so enthusiastic about that one.
It was
And,
great.
Dungeon Crawler Carl is one I've been seeing a lot of just love, unabashed love for when people read it. So those are two for sure that make me want to try them soon.
I want to read Elder Race because you've been hyping it up.
Yes.
And then Heliotrope by Palmer Pickering has been getting really good buzz lately too.
And she made it through. She made it into the semifinals.
Oh, yay.
Ooh.
Yeah, I've heard only rave reviews for that book.
I saw a list of favorite standalones that had a bunch of favorites of mine, like Sword of Kaigen, Jenny Wirtz to Ride Hell's Chasm, and then Heliotrope, and I was like, oh, I'm checking this out.
Next.
Yeah.
So I had both of these already like on my SPFBO read list, but they kind of went up because of the readathon. First one is Seekers. This was a big one on our team, and then Heliotrope, which is a chunker, which really surprised me.
Right, mega chunk. Like, is it over 7?
771 pages. Yeah,
but it's standalone, right? Like that's it's elite. Like that's where I'm like, okay, so you get like a full story in there. That's good.
I mean, it's a little smaller than a normal paperback. Well, maybe a standard size, but yeah, it's 771 pages. So I got to just make sure the rest of my reads aren't that thick either. For the month, anyway.
I don't think I'm going to do another long one soon. I think I'm going to be sticking with Fred and Elder Race, which is, I'm looking to get some 350s. I'm just...
Some weekend reads.
Right? Yeah. Oh, good. Now I'm committed. Okay, this is it. This is the new costume.
No, the chunky books though were a problem for my team because we had someone read Ryan Cahill's most recent novel of War and Ruin, which is like
over
1,000 pages.
Yeah.
So we had someone not reach their max because they read that giant chunker that's could have been worth 5 smaller books in the readathon. Yeah.
Right. I admire the dedication though.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Well, and I admire Ryan because not only is he making good stuff, but he's going so fast. I mean, he produces like Stephen King level. I mean, he just keeps churning. And, it's fun to watch and it's fun to read.
Him and Andy Pelican, is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah.
The Dark Blade assassin. Like
it's more fun to say Pelican, but yes.
Like, that's how I've been doing it in my head. I started a series on my channel of mispronouncing fantasy names because I'm like,
I love that. I'm
just like throw it out there. And I'm like, if you get it wrong, I know, and that's the fun part.
I love that Mazalan series.
Oh my gosh.
The other thing that I wanted to ask is, like, is there a moment that stands out for you during the readathon? Is there a joke somebody made or something somebody said or something that everybody leaped on or just an observation that stands out to you from going through this process with everybody? I mean, you've had a month to get to know your teammates very well. So is there anything that happened in your private chats that stands out to you?
I mean, I put it out in the Tiki Bar for everyone because it was so good. That was early on. Nick P wrote that song or poem. I guess it was like that long poem about incredible. The whole readathon and the teams. That was
amazing.
That was brilliant. That was so brilliant. Yeah.
Absolutely loved that. And then
Did he finish his 5 though, Ben?
Oh yeah.
Or was he
yeah.
a ringer?
He got there. He got there. He wanted to be a ringer by the end, but he got there and more.
That's what stuck out to me was the amount of people that were like, I can be a ringer, I'll do it. Stepping up, like excited to do that. Like it was like, good. Oh my gosh, this is a cool team. Like I like you guys.
Right? I mean, I thought there was only one Esme, and Esme doesn't even have the record.
Yeah.
We did a QOTD the other day that was like, how many books did you read? And somebody says like 32.
Yeah, Nancy on our team, Twaney. And what's hilarious, she's just an agent of chaos. She was just talking about how like she was a mess this month and was disorganized and was like barely finding time to read, but like she didn't hit her goal of a book a day, or maybe she got there, but yeah, Nancy Twaney in the Discord is
this was an off month. This was an off month for Esme. So full ringer points. So.
That's so crazy.
I can't even imagine. Doing a book a day. Not only because I couldn't read that fast, maybe I could listen to that much audio, but my comprehension would never survive. All the characters would go into everybody else's books, and the plots would get all mixed up.
Oh, Nancy said she had to resort to make sure she maximized her reading time to she didn't even have an audiobook for one of them, but she used the text to speech feature on Kindle for while she was doing chores to get in more of the reading.
That's really dedication.
Yeah. That's awesome.
I've done that before. It's a robot. It's a robot voice.
I don't have 13 hours of chores a day. Well, okay. I don't want to hold everybody in suspense much longer. So we'll go ahead and hold everybody in suspense a little.
Including us.
Including us. There we go. Mrs. Havisham, I do declare. How droll.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I think that we should go ahead and get to it and see where we stand, because I am curious. I guess I am going to drag it out a little bit more. Were you surprised or not surprised at how many points you had turned in over the last 4 days?
I was surprised.
Big time.
Yeah.
And did you have people, anybody come out of the woodwork like I haven't seen them the entire time and here they show up with 3 books?
I had one.
I had one like that too, where they turned in like the last 2 books. Yeah, they went from 3 to 5, like bam.
Kind of. I've been dragging it out of them the last week, so a little bit, in a way.
The Swashbucklers didn't have anyone come out of the woodwork. We had a few submit a book early on, and then kind of nothing more. But everyone that we did keep throughout was continuing to submit books all the way through the end.
You guys were really steadily submitting books.
Steadily climbing. Yep.
Yeah.
Whereas Sand in My Galacta just benefits from neglect. So,
we love that.
Bryce shows up 3 weeks later. Let's see what's going on.
What happened? Did you guys all read?
Whatever works. Whatever works.
I didn't read the rules, so.
So, Stephanie, I would like to turn things over to you. And because you had 254 points, if I am correct, at the total at the end of our last discussion. Would you like to talk a bit about your team?
Yeah.
And how they did?
So, first of all, shout out to Bex. She has been the biggest cheerleader in our group. Seriously, biggest cheerleader. And then our top 3 pages read were Stacy, with 5,506, Sharon with 4,747, and Book Gamer 200 with 3,134, which is crazy. And we came out with a total of 341 points.
Whoa!
People were like really pushing them in the last week.
Wow.
341 points. Do you know the sum total of books that was read by your team?
30 books and 45,760 pages.
Oh, just that was just recently, but throughout, what was the total number of books?
Yeah.
I heard you say 30. That's not right?
Yeah, 30. No, not 30 books. I'm so sorry.
For one
Each
moment.
book was worth 10
I was
points.
looking at the wrong one. I'm sorry, 90 books.
90
books.
Moly.
Yes.
Okay, because I
Wait.
didn't want to get it.
No,
I don't-
I'm
I
so
don't-
sorry.
That can't be either.
I'm like, it's 120. I forgot to call them. It's
That-
120 total.
that makes sense.
120 books for Drop It Like It's Hot. And that's almost 100 points in 4 days getting turned in.
Yeah.
That's astonishing.
So
wow.
we just had a couple weeks of like chunkers where people were finishing them. And then the last week they were just submitting the points like crazy.
Wow.
Unbelievable. All right, that will take us to Ben. 265 points last week. How did the Swashbucklers do?
So our team was just crushing it with our active participants because basically everyone besides Melissa of War and Ruin fame maxed out their books with all 5, and with a couple of our ringers, all 15. So just kudos to Pixie Loose getting all 15 in for 5,419 pages, and Nancy 2088 15 books at 5,535 pages. She was probably in the above 10,000 pages read for the month in total. So she was just killing it. And yeah, basically everyone else maxed out. And we maybe didn't reach where Stephanie's team was, but very proud of where we finished with 103 books. Getting over that 100 book mark felt like a real huge moment for the team, for 305 total points. And hitting that 300 point mark right near the end was also very thrilling for the team. So
That was
awesome. It was like everybody was cheering for the next point to go up.
right.
We finished with just 14 active members, and we actually were able to activate 4 ringers in total. So the ringers kept us really in it close to the end. So we might have the fewest people going towards the end, but still chugging along.
Nice. And I just want to say, Ben, oh, Captain, my Captain, I salute you. The finest team leader of all time, sir. I'm sorry, I am cursed. Whatever team I'm on never wins.
Yeah, but Melissa said we almost got max points. That is true. We did
amazing.
every single review came in. Didn't even have to chase them down. They just immediately came in, and just missed, I think, 4 bonus prompt points out of all 103 books.
That's so impressive.
How many did you?
Just missed 4 points out of our max possible based on 103 books. Yeah,
that's insane.
That is insane. That's so good. Yeah.
All right, Christopher. The Tsunami Sea Dogs were 2 points behind last time we checked in. Tell us about your team.
Okay. So, the last week was a nice big push. We did get a lot of people wrap up their 5s. We had the additional helper ringer come in. That was Brian. So a big shout out to Brian for finishing that off to help us out for that ringer. But my primary Leads here were Melissa. She beat out Pris with reading 5,947 pages. That's about approximate. And that's Melissa, Holy Hearted in the chat. Pris close behind with 4,944 pages altogether. And we have read a total of, 45,359 pages. We have come in with 118 books total.
118.
Nice.
So that gives us 354 total points. We got 353.
Wow.
Nice.
Whoa! Wait, hang on. First of all, I believe that 353 points is more than 341 points.
Oh no, sorry, sorry, I read the wrong thing. It's one less point. We only missed 1 point, and that was the review that we couldn't get. We didn't want to do a bad review, so we didn't do a review.
Right.
So we're down 1 point from the max total.
But your total point score is?
So our total points were 300. So our total points is 354 points. So we had 353 points.
353. Okay. That puts you over the top of Stephanie, Tsunami Sea Dogs. Well done. They're taking their place on the map. They're earning it every step of the way.
The map is key.
Wait, what are you going to do with this map?
Somebody wants it, they can have it.
Folks, we will be starting a Kickstarter for the Tsunami Sea Dogs map.
Oh my gosh.
You can help us pay to ship it to whoever read the most books on the Tsunami Sea Dogs.
I mean, everybody's name is permanently in permanent marker, but yeah. So
well, that's
it ain't going
or with everybody's name on it.
Yeah.
There we go, Bax. Sea Dogs.
Man.
Absolutely.
There we go. And
it was that last week. I tell you, we don't like to be. As soon as we fell from our first place, we were not having it. I guess we'll see, but
they leaped right into the fray. Is like 275 again. From 275 to 353 is a jump of like 75 points in 4 days.
Yes.
All right. Time for the first law.
All right.
Monsieur Le Glocta.
Oh man, seriously, well done, everyone. This is like so much closer than I ever thought. Like across the board, just so impressed with all the teams. Great job. I have to really hand it to. I've already said Esme. Pat Sava got his like 15 for the ringer, like I think a week and a half ago. So,
Oh my gosh.
I'm like, wow.
You need more points, buddy? Here you go.
Yeah. And then Andrea stepped up in the last bit and has really just really pushed it. I know I'm keeping everybody in suspense still. I didn't do total pages for each individual person, but I did for the whole team is 35,362.
Nice.
So I feel pretty good, but it is, as you guys will now know, we got to 110 books.
Nice.
So we are not going to keep that top spot. We missed 9 reviews didn't happen and 3 bonuses didn't happen. So we got to, which either way wouldn't have changed. We'd be in the same spot, I think, either way. But we're at 318.
Nice.
108.
Oh,
That was so close between everybody.
Congratulations to the Tsunami Sea Dogs! You have taken the championship with 353 points.
give it to the team. Chris, Melissa, Brian, everybody, great job. It was a team effort. And I got it when we talked earlier, when you have Ty on your team, dressing up like a pirate and putting on a little show, that's gonna be a driver.
Ty's video that he posted up, I thought was absolutely hysterical.
Yes, that was amazing.
2, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's the big number, boys and girls. The 4 of you were responsible for encouraging your team, the ones that showed, the ones that didn't, the ringers, for an entire month to read 451 books.
Wow.
Between the 4 of you. So, congratulations. You are the most successful captains of all time. You guys knocked it out of the park.
I felt like we had such a great interest, like with that many. I didn't expect that many people per team. Like that was what was crazy to me, and they just really did such a good job.
We had such good teams.
Oh, it's absolutely. Ben's nodding his head, going, "Yeah," except for my 9 that didn't show up.
Yeah, that's hard.
12.
12.
Yeah, we had 9. Yeah, but
your team stepped it up though.
I think the ringer idea was key to this readathon for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it worked out really well, and it gives people like Melissa, who wants to go again right now, something to do while the rest of us crawl our way through 5 books and act like it's a big accomplishment.
So I have to say, like in April when I participated in a readathon, May was really like, I was so exhausted. I wasn't even a captain, and I was so exhausted from reading. I didn't read a lot in May, but I'm already kind of going out in the bat here with July reading right away. I'm surprised I was not burned out, but I only read 5 books.
This wasn't an overly taxing readathon, It was
it wasn't.
Amount
for some reason, it was not. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
The ringers are human.
She can accomplish anything. Well, Christopher, you join the team captain winners along with Madison and Tori, and I do hope that we will be able to bring back the champions at some point. It can be a 4-way battle royale.
I thought I was done.
They pulled me back in. I just want to say to all of you, thank you so much for all the time, effort, thought, creativity, and love and caring for your team that you put into this. I think you're absolutely amazing, and what you just managed to pull off in the 451 books in the month of July, well done.
Thanks, Andy, for running the whole show, and your energy, enthusiasm, I think, just infuses all of us with that same joy of reading.
Yeah.
So,
I'm pretty sure you said thanks, Andy, for ruining the whole show. You got it.
Destroying lives.
That's what we're here for. We're wrecking people. And the other thing too is what I love about this is some people complain that Discords are too big or the community is too large and you don't know how to kind of insert yourself. And what you guys did was you made it possible for people to become part of a tight, small group. And the most important thing to me, getting to know each other and making friends. Because this community is really big and there's somebody out there for everybody. Finding somebody that you love to make recommendations that she knows exactly the type of stuff I want. I'm reading that book.
Mm-hmm.
To me, and then getting the opportunity to talk about it afterwards. The best.
Yeah, my team really blew up my TBR, I tell you.
It's like we talked about last week. The TBR is just never ending. It's just
It's like I read these reviews that they were writing, and I'm like, dang, this sounds good. This sounds
I gotta
good.
get that. I gotta get that. Well, again, thank you all so much. I appreciate you. I appreciate everybody who participated. Thank you all so much, and we'll see you next time. Thank you all so much.
Thank you. Congrats again.